YouTube, what is up? It's AD with US Squads. I hope you're enjoying your day. Today we are doing a color fill video. I'm going to do another color fill video just to show you how it's done again. Seems like I've had a lot of questions on this particular deal, so I'm going to go over it and do another video. And yeah, so I'm going to show you what you need. And this is my method. You can do any method you want. There's other methods on the internet, so you're more than welcome to do what you gotta do. But I just like my method. It seems pretty simple, pretty easy. A few things you're gonna need. You're gonna obviously need your stripped lower, or it doesn't need to be a stripped lower. It could be a complete lower. This is a Rainier Arms, not a billet lower, but a nice quality lower. Anodized finish, nice work, looks solid. MSRP on these, well, it's a time where lowers are kind of been a little pricey, but these typically are about, I don't know, 175 bucks. You're going to have the Biohazard logo, which we're going to rock and roll. We're going to do that in red. And then the mod is model zombie. I'm going to do that in lime green, zombie green. And the multi I'm not going to really mess around with too much. And then on the safe, dead, and undead, the undead I'm going to put in red, safe I'm going to put in white, and the dead I'm going to put in green. So, and then same on the other side. So that's kind of my plan. It's not really a complicated color fill. If you want to look at my other video, I did a really kind of a complicated multicolor color fill of a zombie from Spike's Tactical. I'll put the link right there in the bottom left hand corner. But I'm going to do another video to show you guys how it's done again, because there are a few questions. So step one, have your components. So we're going to have some brake cleaner, and that's going to prepare the finish to be color filled. Then I'm going to just use these Testors model paint. These are the enamel versions. So enamel. Ooh, hey, focus problems. So enamel white, my opinion of zombie green, kind of lime greenish, blood red, and then I'm going to have some enamel thinner. So this is what I'm going to use to remove the excess. And instead of a brush, I found that a toothpick works really good. Just a simple toothpick, and I'm just going to use this toothpick, a nice blue shop towel, heavy duty cloth towel, just a paper towel, just a deluxe paper towel. I'm going to use that to buff and rub off the excess paint. So from there, I'm just going to do, I'm just going to start, really. There's not much to do it. So step one, grab our lower, use some of this brake pad cleaner. I'm going to shake it up, and I'm going to actually just give it a little spray. Whoa, a little spray. And it dries pretty much immediately. So I'm just going to get in there. And this will remove all the grease and contaminants that may be on there. So it doesn't harm the finish. The anodized finish is pretty legit. I'm actually going to spray this on the towel because it's just like getting everywhere. As I spit in there, I can see some of that. Alright, so I'm going to start with red. I've been shaking this up for the past minute or two. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply get into this red paint. I'm going to just dip this in here. So I'm going to get this thinner, and you kind of have to move quick. So I'm going to move pretty fast on this. So I'm going to basically will color fill, and then I'm going to move as fast as I can on the removal with the, I don't know if the camera, I don't really know if I set the camera up right, so you may or may not be seeing this, but this enamel dries actually pretty fast. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the toothpick and trying not to get too much out there, but I'm actually doing a poor job on that. You want to definitely fill it, but you don't want to get too much there, because then it's kind of a pain in the ass to get off. So I'm just following these lines and letting the paint seep in there And I'm actually moving a little slow. I'm gonna have to get this stuff out soon. So I need to pick up the pace here. I like to do the whole design first. You can see how easy this is. This isn't rocket science or anything. It's just going through the motions, doing your thing. And I'm going to need to get moving here. Kind of getting a little sloppy here on this stuff. Okay, let me see if I got what I need to get covered. For the most part, fairly happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to start buffing this out now. Take a little bit of this cleaner. I'm going to kind of get my hand in the right spot. And I'm just going to start working some of this red out with this, whatever this is, this stuff. So, and now as you can see, that really made that pop out, but I'm getting a little messy here. And that's why, you know, when you get too thick, you're gonna get, it's just gonna be a little messy. So basically, don't want too much cleaner in there because I want that line to stay thick. So kind of botched a few spots, but that's okay. I can refill some of those spots that I got too much enamel thinner in there, which is fine. I wanted to get the base of it done, basic of it's done, and it still looks pretty damn good. So now you can see that it's popped out, but you can see that I've removed a little bit too much of that enamel, up here on the top. So I'll redo that. So I'm just gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna redo some of these sides here and get a little bit more paint in there. But you can see how awesome that biohazard symbol looks now. So it looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna just let it dry for a minute, and then I'm gonna after a few minutes I'm gonna put some more color in there and then get that so it looks really good. If you see the very bottom, I did a really good job on the bottom. Oh, this camera sucks. So the very bottom, you can see those nice thick lines, but right here you can see that I just removed a little bit too much material, too much paint. So I'm going to put it back in and make sure that that's just looking really good. Alright guys, I went over with a second run and dabbed it and made it look a little bit clearer, a little bit better. How's that look? It looks pretty decent. So I'm going to actually do a third go around. I'm going to let everything kind of tighten up a little bit and dry up. And I'm going to work on the zombie right now. Zombie's going to be a little tough because I want to take a little bit more time and make sure I don't overfill that, because when I remove that material, I don't want any of the green to seep into that biohazard logo. So give me a sec. Let me work on the green. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab a toothpick. I'm just going to slowly dab along and follow those lines, and then remove some excess of material with that enamel thinner. So we'll be back in a sec, and I'll show you the result of that in just a moment. Alright, YouTube, check it out. So I got the green zombie in, the dead, undead, and I got both sides. I'm going to wait to do the white because I actually want to do that at the very last, because that's the color that can be easily contaminated by the other color. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to refill this red in and kind of deep, make this color a little bit deeper. It's a little light because, I'm changing my method. So basically what I'm doing is just using my toothpick, slowly getting the colors in, and then without any solvent, I'm actually wiping away the excess, as you can see by the little excess wipes. And then I grab a Q-tip with the thinner, and and around the edges I remove that. And then what I'll do at the very end, when it's nice and dry, I'll come back with a cloth and get the insides of remove the last layer of coloring that's on the top, not within the recesses of the lower. So that will turn out really good. I've kind of forgot what I did. So that first part where I was doing that wasn't the right way to do it. you didn't want to soak your rag in thinner and move this shit around. That's not the way you do it. You layer it in, and then you just slowly wipe off the excess, and then you fine tune your then you put the enamel remover on and get rid of the excess. So anyway, sorry for the confusion. I forget sometimes. It's been a little while since I did my last color fill, but it's coming back to me. So I'm gonna make this look a lot better soon. But it doesn't look that bad. Looks pretty cool, don't you think? I like it. I'm digging it. So we'll be back in a second. Let me just keep on working on it, and I just want to make it look good. I'm compulsive that way, you know. I just like to make things look awesome. So I'm gonna put the thing here, sit in my chair, and actually still pretty happy with these colors, but this green could use a little more work. So I'm just gonna do a little bit better fill in the green here. And man, this is gonna be like I'm gonna probably have to edit this video up a little bit. I don't like it to be too long because I don't. You guys lose your attention with too much BS. Okay. So here's a perfect example. I'm just gonna grab a dry rag. I'm gonna kind of pull it away from the lower, and that was a really good fill right there. Nice and deep. I'm liking it. See, and that'll look pretty damn good. So that was probably one of the best fills that I've done on this lower is right there. And this was a dry rag. I just didn't wait too long. You don't want to wait too long to do it. So that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna move back to the red and do the dead. And just do our thing. Making this lower look uber, right? Okay, I'm gonna grab this rag and pull it and soak it and pull it. That was a little too much, a little too deep there, but that's okay. See, it doesn't matter if I get a little on away from this lower, because with my little Q-tip I can easily clean this up. Take a little thinner like this and just remove it, no problem. So, see, no problem. So whatever excess I have can be easily removed off. Okay, that's looking good. So you guys are getting my drift. You guys get how this color fill stuff works again. So I'm gonna redo this zombie because I thought it could have been done better, but I got a nice base layer on there. Nice base layer. So I'm redoing this biohazard logo with no solvents, just to get a really deep color fill line in here. And so I'm just doing it like that. Just and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that set up, and I'm going to remove the excess with the solvent after I get these deep lines put in there. So just going to work my way in, and I'm going to do kind of a section at a time. One section at a time, and then I'm pulling the colors out, pulling the excess off with this little rag. And as I get close to this green zombie, again, I don't want to contaminate the green zombie thing. So when I pull out the color, I'm going to pull it away from that logo or that lettering so I don't get the red in there and mess it all up. Alright. So keep on going, I guess, huh? This is going to be like my longest video ever. I'll probably have to speed this stuff up a little bit, but whatever. So I guess the question is what do you guys think about all this? You've probably watched my other videos regarding the ammo shortage. What I'm noticing is the ammo is coming back, and it does. I still see this 22 ammunition being sold at retarded prices. And we're talking $50 a box. Remember, guys, it's up to you to just not buy it. And what's the panic with 22 ammo anyway? It's like literally not that awesome of a round. So resist your temptation to buy that ammunition, please, because if you do, it will come back. The supplies will come back, and those ammo jockeys that are hoarding the ammo and buying it will disappear. And if they disappear, you'll see inventory of ammo come back, and you won't pay crazy exorbitant prices for ammunition anymore, especially 22 long rifle. That's like good for killing squirrels, but dude, what is the deal with everybody wanting 22 ammo? And then when the ammo comes back, you know, if you're an avid shooter, you really should have a few thousand rounds of that laying around. So if there is a shortage at any point, you should have no issues having that to go plinking, and in a survival situation you can hunt small game with it, no problems. Right, what do you guys think? That's pretty much the gist of it. Look how good that color looks, and all I gotta do is let this set, and then I just gotta go over it, buff it once or twice with some of this enamel thinner, and it should remove the discoloration. So zombie here, dead, undead. I will put the safe in white. I'm just gonna wait for all the colors to settle before I do that. And then on the very back I got dead, undead. Pretty happy with that also. So it looks like that, and you can see the smearing of the color. I'll clean that all up. That's not a big deal. In fact, I'll just show you how easy this is to make it look awesome. I just need a clean rag. You don't want to cross your colors too much, so I'm going to use a clean rag and just do a quick dab here. Try to blend that in a little bit, and I'm just going to buff this for a second. So check this out. Let me show you what I'm going to do without spilling paint here. And it's going to remove a little bit. I don't want to get too froggy but when I buff this, that's it. I don't want to get too froggy. I don't want to put too much pressure on it, but once I do that, all the excess crap gets pulled off there. Just got to do a light buffing, but you don't want to get you don't want to press too hard. You actually want to lightly press it, keep that color in there, but remove all the colorization that's on the outside edges of that. And you'll see that will look pretty awesome when it's all done. So I'm just buffing this out right now. Screw it, huh? And when I do that, ooh, I'm getting close to contaminating those colors, doing what I'm telling you not to do. I'm pulling it away from that zombie thing, but it's still getting close. Okay, I'm happy. Look at that, guys. That looks pretty badass. See that? Do a little light buffing. Colors are popping now. Very, very bold, very clear. And took a little time to do it. A little double layer, no biggie deal. So sweet. I'm happy. What do you guys think? Okay, so I'm gonna do the white now. And so I'm going to actually put these colors away because I'm pretty happy with the fill. So I don't have to worry about them anymore. So not worried about red. Not worried about green. And unfortunately I can't use these rags anymore because I don't want to, you know, obviously if you're coloring with white, you don't want to contaminate the colors. And on this toothpick I'm going to use, I've saved the other side for white. So I'm actually going to break that and throw this away. Alright, let's shake this white up a little bit. And once we do that, we can bust out our white color and color fill this mofo. And do our safe. Oh, a little bit too much color there, but whatever. Nothing I can't fix with my super shop towel. I'm going to pull this color away from the other colors so I don't have any contamination. And I pulled too much away, but that's okay. I'm going to double layer it like I did before. So I'm just going to put a base layer down, and then I'll do another layer, and then I'll start cleaning it up around the edges, so not too worried about it. Let's put a little base layer down, and then we'll get in there and make it look nice. Ah, shit. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but we can fix it. Okay, this looks crappy now, but it'll look better when I'm done. Once I clean it up, don't worry. So I got safe in there. It's good. Okay. So here's a preliminary of the safe, dead, undead, 3 colors. And then the biohazard with the zombie. And then I'm going to do a second layer exactly the same way I did the first. I'm going to let it dry for like 5 minutes. And then do that, and we should be done. So be back in a few. Let me do the second layer. I'm going to give a final cut of the final product, and you can tune in to what you think about it. Talk to you guys soon.